Hey amazing artists, Mrs. Parven here. Today we're going to talk about paint. So some of you may have a watercolor paint tray like this at home. Watercolor is great to use on the go because all you need is water. But what if you don't have this at home? Or maybe you're kind of tired of using this and want to try something new. Today I'm going to show you some ways where you can actually make your own watercolor paint at home with stuff around the house. Let me show you how. The first thing we're going to try is dried out used markers. You're going to soak them in a small cup of water, maybe an inch or so, and you're just going to drop it right into the water. You can use one marker or more than one marker. You can already see the water is starting to absorb the pigment from the marker. The longer it soaks, the deeper and brighter the color will be. So you really want to let it sit for a little while before you try it, but it comes out really good. Okay, next we're going to use food coloring. Food coloring is really concentrated, so a couple of drops is all you need. Put a couple drops into a plastic or glass cup, and then you're going to add some water down to it to dilute it. Just like that. Let's stick in the kitchen and hit the spice rack this time. You want to pick powdered spices, not leaves. I have here turmeric, curry, and saffron. I'm going to put a little bit of the spice into a bowl. Make sure it comes out. Mine's a little stuck here. Just a little bit. And be sure you ask your grown-ups first before you take the spices to use. And then we're going to just add some water to it. And then just swirl it around. Whoops, a little too much. Maybe take a brush to stir it instead. That's better. Just stir it here. But you can see where I spilled it on the paper here. It already looks like yellow paint, which is kind of cool. But mixing it with a brush is probably a better way to go because it can stain. Here I have some tea and some grape juice, leftover tea, some grape juice. We're going to try these as well and see how well they work. You could also use coffee. So the last thing we're going to try is making watercolor on top of foil. You want to use silver foil because it will not absorb the water. So you're just going to make some blobs of color with markers on your foil. And make sure that there's a little space in between the colors so that they don't run into each other. Sorry for the reflection. It's a little hard to see, but I can promise you I am making circles of color on top of the foil here. Okay, so let's try them out. I've labeled my piece of paper with the different kinds of paint. You don't have to do that, but you're just gonna dip your brush into water and then right on the foil, and you see that the paintbrush picks up the pigment from the foil and makes really great bright paint. Isn't that fun? I'm gonna try another color now and just see how it looks. Next, I'm going to try those markers that I soaked in water. These have been sitting a while, so the color should be nice and bright. Let's have a look. Here we go. Ooh, it looks really nice, just like blue watercolor paint. Doesn't it look cool? I'm just going to wiggle that around. And next, I think I'm going to try the spices. This is the turmeric in water. Ooh, that's such a beautiful goldenrod color. Look at how that comes out. So the tea definitely, I don't think I brewed the tea long enough because it's kind of watery. So if you're going to do tea or coffee, you want to make sure that it's really dark. Let's try the food coloring. Ooh, that looks good too. Yep, nice bright color. And last but not least, the grape juice. Cranberry juice would work well too. And check that out. That looks really cool. So I made this chart for you to see how they all turned out. You don't need to make a chart like this. You can just get to work. I'd love to see any pictures you make with your new homemade paint, so don't forget to send them to me. And always remember, stay awesome, keep smiling, and know how much I miss you. Bye.